a little beat. I think it's Friday night. I'm just a little bit of work left to do. Still have to clean up this garage, get almost everything out of here. But I realized there's one thing I never really discussed in detail that I used very often, and it was the lithium-ion batteries. I couldn't really ever afford to spend, or even make sense to spend more than, $400 on a battery when people were having to spend $700, $800, $900, $1,200 on a battery. I thought it was nuts. So I just couldn't do it. Now that I've watched everybody who spent the money and bought those batteries, a lot of y'all had a lot of problems. So, I showed you guys, get on eBay, talk to Love Happy Shopping. They'll sell you a brushless kit for pretty cheap. They ran out. So I messaged them and told them, make it snappy, get some more. I don't have what I want right now. They're giving away the 1800 watt kits for $99. That's right. You can go to a brushless Weber, 1800 watts. They get you mid 30 miles an hour for $99. That is awesome. I love it. I don't use that. I use the 2 kilowatt and 3 kilowatt motors. But that's not what we're here to talk about. What we're here to talk about is China Blues. Oh, shit. The best option to put them together is to use something called XT90s. And they have a little green line on the side. It's called anti-spark. That connector will keep you from hearing pop, zap. It'll scare snot out of you. Even worse than what I just did. So you'll expect it. When you get these little XT90s with the anti-spark and the green stripe or whatever, it's much smaller and least likely to happen. When you unplug your bike every night. Now leave the batteries together. That's what I've been doing, and it makes keeping them balanced and charging them easier, because if I'm having a problem with one charger and I put it out, it's still charging the second battery, and that is how you should do it. It's not every day you get to go, well, let me go ahead and build an electric bike and spend all this money and then look at batteries and go, we're gonna have to depend on somebody that made something. When we all know that China basically slaves out all their population, and they use very expensive machines that guarantee perfect results. So even though they're not the most high and powerful battery cells, they are definitely the most dependable. I have put over 1,000 miles on this twin pack. That's because it was in the RSF. I had it in the RSF. I put over 390 miles on it. We traveled all the way across the country with it on the back of my truck. That was pretty fun. We took Regen and my shirt makers, and we went everywhere, and it was great. We were gone for 2 weeks. It wasn't long enough, not at all. We still had a great time. The batteries didn't have any problems. They charged on the road. I was able to go everywhere. We were even able to drive through Caesar's Palace. We did it first. We got chased out by the security before somebody else did on their dirt bikes. So, since then, I swapped it out and put it in this bike when I built it over in Sandia Raceway for the No Coast Drift event and party. That was so dope. Thank you, Dan. Dan Brockett's the man. And we beat it up. I had professional drivers playing with this thing and screwing off. I went up and down the track many times. I melted the rubber off this bad boy. I still have to change that tire. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Ain't much left in the center. Not much left in the center. However, the sides look great. Doesn't mean I want to keep it though, does it? So, how do I feel about it? $400, maybe $450 with some wire, solder, the XT90 anti-sparks, 2 5-amp chargers, and 2 batteries, and it got here in less than 4 days. And anytime I had a problem, they were real quick to answer my messages after like 6 or 7 p.m. I think that's when they basically start work. It's like 7 p.m. Texas time. But I've had zero problems. I even called them once to ask if they had a defective one, and they gave me a defective one. I mean, I paid like half price or something like that for it, but I was able to learn, like what it was. So here's what it is. There we go. 004 CEWA 18H24AA. And that was a H18650 CIL, and it had like 80% of the entire 48 volt battery was shorted out and drained. But I took the rest of the cells out, and like this one, I've been using them a lot of testing. I've done a lot of playing with them. I've drained them, I've filled them back up, I've tortured them, and they work great. So BMSs are working, batteries are working, battery packs are working. I've only managed to overheat it once, and that's right when I put that 5 kilowatt controller on there with a 15 tooth using an original rear sprocket. And I literally pushed that thing as hard as I could for, I don't know, as long as possible. I got the biggest grin. I did not record it. I was just trying to make sure I didn't wreck. And I made it about a mile away from the house before the batteries overheated. My girlfriend came to rescue me, and by the time she did, the batteries had cooled down enough for me to drive it home. So, I've already done the worst parts for you. I've already butchered it. I already got stuck. I lifted the batteries for about 5-10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, and they got cool enough. And then I drove the extra mile and a half home. So, have they been tested? Yes, they have been tested. Am I happy with them? Yes, I'm happy with them. Would I recommend them? That's what I'm doing right now. So, if you can, please, it would be super duper dope. Leave a little message whenever you purchase it. Let them know that I sent you. It doesn't give me any profit or anything, but it will make me feel good to know that me supporting a business after doing all these transactions, over 20 batteries. I built a lot of bikes, so I had to make sure that whatever I was putting in there, I felt like I was safe, and I've had parents come over here that wanted to get out of lead acid. And this was the choice. I would make the little connectors on the ends for them. Let me tell you now, get away from the razor connectors if you're putting in brushless. Solder connections and use the ignition switch. Do it proper. It will pay for itself if your house doesn't catch on fire or you're not stranded. That sucks. Nothing worse than getting stranded on the side of the road because your switch melted or something. Anyways, it's late. I obviously have beggy puppies. I gotta feed them. I should probably feed myself. It's late. I think I'm probably gonna take tomorrow off and maybe Sunday and rest. It's been a blast. This is coming to an end. I'm gonna make some more forks for you guys, but not a lot. I have to focus on the plan, right? It's only better for you if you let me. I'm going to try to help you out as much as I can. Stay positive, stay vigilant, learn a skill, grab a tool. If you're in Texas and you don't have any tools and you got a couple of bucks or something, let me know, man. I'll work you a deal. I have so many tools in storage right now. I don't know what to do with them. So learn your skills, learn your talents, learn the benefit of reward of making something. Man, I don't make these things perfect so that when you guys polish it, you can say it's your own. I know that sounds weird, but it's not about the money, man. It's not about the money. All right? You guys find your passion and you do the best you can. You will be better than the next guy. Therefore, you'll make more money. So if you have a problem with your value, call me. I'll help you figure it out.